So I'm gonna walk you through the exercises I did to build a wide aesthetic bag. So you can just copy the exact exercise I did and achieve a wide attractive looking V-taper bag. So I've been working out for the past 6 years and I've did over like 100 of exercises for different muscle groups, and I failed multiple times to build an attractive looking physique. But after all of that experimentation, I finally discovered some few basic techniques in my training which helped me to build an attractive looking V-taper physique. So the first exercise I did for back is lat pull down. Lat pull down is very efficient to build a wide V-taper physique which increases your width of your upper back, and this exercise is basically opposite of pull-ups. If you can't do any pull-ups, like if you can't even do one single pull-up, you can easily do like 10 to 15 lat pull down in like by decreasing the weight on it. And this is an isolation exercise, so you can also focus on the eccentric part and also increase the muscle mind connection into it, and this will give the thickness in your back which we need to have a attractive looking back. So I recommend you to add this exercise whenever you're going to do back or biceps, or whenever you're going to train your back, and this exercise is a must to do when you're training your back. And the second exercise is chest supported machine rowing, which is like a horizontal rowing when you sit on a bench or maybe on a machine or something and you're rowing the weight and you're targeting your middle traps and your upper traps and overall your back as well. And especially this focuses on the middle traps and gives the thickness in your back which we need to have a thick looking back. And one thing you need to understand here is you have to always keep your chest up while pulling the weights and focusing on the eccentric part. You don't only have to pull the weight, but you also have to focus on the muscle mind connection and the traps and your overall of your traps as well. And I recommend you to keep the grip little bit wider so that you will focus on the stretch and it will target your middle traps more. And the third exercise I did was rear delt machine flies. Rear delt machine flies is very important if you want to have an attractive looking back, because rear delt is most important part of your back which gives your shoulder a 3D look and an attractive look for your back as well. So you don't want to neglect that, and most people neglect this muscle because this is very hard to train and there are so many exercises for rear delts, but we are focusing on the isolation exercises such as rear delt flies, and we can also focus on some like bent over rear delt flies. But if you're a beginner, I recommend you to go with some rear delt machine flies, like the opposite of back deck fly. And this exercise focuses primarily on your rear delt as well your upper traps as well, which will give the thickness in your upper back and especially your upper traps and your rear delt as well. And when you're going to do a back pose or when you're doing some lat spread or something, this muscle will pop up automatically when you have a big rear delt. So we don't want to neglect that, and we want to have a thick rear delt behind our back so that it will pop up and it will look attractive as well. And trust me, if you just do these three exercises, you will see a big amount of gains in your back muscle and you will see a wide thick back in just a couple of months, because these are all the isolation exercise which doesn't only focus on the strength but also focusing on the muscle gain as well. But you have to progressively overload into all of that. And what I mean by that, if you're going to do lat pull down exercise and you're pulling the weight like 50 kilograms or 60 kilograms for 10 to 12 reps, you have to progressively overload it by 10% or maybe 20%. If you're going to do lat pull down exercise next time, you have to progressively overload and increase the weight or maybe increase the rep range of that same exercise that you're doing, because most people are going to the gym and they don't even like progressively overload. They train like a bitch and they doesn't even progressively overload in any of that exercise. And if you're also training like that, you're not gonna see any results. So by all means, you just have to go hard in every set and in any of the exercise you're doing. If you're going hard in every set, if you're pushing yourself, if you're pushing your limits, and if you're reaching the failure point, you will see a better gains than most of the people in the gym. And most people are starting their back workout with the deadlifts and everything, but they don't understand that when they're doing deadlifts, they don't only train their upper back but they are also training their lower back as well, which is very good for them. Like lower back is very important muscle to train, and it is very important to train your lower back to have a like thick and strong lower back. But it's gonna disrupt your V-taper if your goal is to have a tiny waist and a wide looking V-taper back, because our goal for aesthetic is to have a tiny waist and have a wide looking upper body. which is only achievable when we have a tiny waist. If you just focus on having a tiny waist, if you just focus on like losing the belly fat and not training your lower back and your obliques as well, you will automatically gain a V-taper physique without even having so much muscle mass. But we don't want to look skinny, so that's why we also want to train our upper body as well, such as like our chest, our shoulders, our like upper back and lats as well, so that we have a like good amount of muscle mass in our upper body and a tiny waist. And that's how you build a wide looking back, which is also attractive and also thick as well, so that you will look attractive and strong as well. And this is all. If you just do these 3 exercises and focus on your diet and get more protein in, be consistent in the gym and progressively overload and focus on your technique and muscle man connection, you will achieve a wide back in just a couple of months. Go and check out the top link in the description, which is my aesthetic body program. Goodbye.